Okay, so I'm going to invite this. Good. Hi, everybody. Dr. Frank DeLolo. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we have Kristen with us. Today we are going to be talking about her son, Brady. You know that we do these videos because we want to share information with you, and a lot of times people don't know what is available for them out there, right? They don't know how they can be helped. Kristen is going to share her story with her son and how she came to the office and found out about us and her experience and what was going on with Brady in the beginning. We just kind of reviewed his notes recently this morning before we're doing this video, and it actually refreshed my mind because he's doing so much better that I kind of forgot. And I want her to forget, and I want to forget, and I want everyone to forget what he was going through at one point in time because he's doing so well now. But just to connect to some people out there that might be having some of the same challenges, we're going to reminisce a little bit here, and we're going to tell you her story so to see maybe how someone you know or yourself can be helped as well. Okay. So good morning, and thank you for being here.
No problem.
So I want you to just share from here and from here what was going on in the beginning. I know Margaret just shared with us kind of the beginning and maybe the birthing process and what was going on and what you had presented with me with Brady. So go ahead and just,
Okay, sure. Okay, so my name is Kristen, and I want to thank Dr. DeLalo for everything that he's done for us the past 3.5 years. So this is my story.
Oh my gosh.
My son was born 41 weeks. We had a very hard labor. I labored for about 20 hours on my right side. He had vacuum extraction, every tool imaginable just to get him out, right? So he finally comes out, and he had some severe issues. He had torticollis, he had low muscle tone, he had a vomiting issue that would happen once a month, like clockwork, just for 24 hours. For about 11 months. Now it was complete chaos. We didn't know what to do. We saw so many pediatricians. We were supposed to get an MRI. We also saw I forgot what the doctor's name is, that you know.
Pediatric neurologist?
Neurologist, thank you, yes.
Yep.
Neurologist, we saw a couple of neurologists. They all had no answers. They just diagnosed him with something called cyclic vomiting syndrome. And then they also thought, the neurologist had thought that he had scoliosis, but and my pediatrician thought so as well. That didn't even happen. So he didn't have scoliosis. But it was really hard 11 months for us. He wouldn't crawl. He didn't walk until he was about 18 months old. He was in extensive therapy for his torticollis. He wore a helmet. On top of all this other stuff, he wasn't hitting any of his milestones. So he couldn't even sit up to eat regular food. Added to the whole vomiting thing that was going on for 11 months, like clockwork, crazy. So I was at my wit's end. I was going through terrible postpartum at the time. I didn't know what else to do. I felt like a failure. I was a first-time mom. Here my son wasn't hitting his milestones. He was getting sick. It was stressful on myself, my family. It was a scary time for us. A good friend of mine recommended Dr. Frank DeLalo and said she had amazing results. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was pretty skeptical, especially since my son was only, 10 months old at the time. I said, how could a chiropractor help my son when I brought him to all these other doctors and nobody could figure it out? Well, I have to really honestly say that Dr. Frank has been a miracle for my family, and without him, I truly don't think that my son would be where he is today. I started seeing Dr. Frank in April of 2017 at my wit's end. My son just turned 11 months. I can't even begin to tell you the change that we saw in 1 month. 1 month was all it took. So let's fast forward to May of 2017, and the vomiting stopped. All of a sudden, it was like, we were coming a little more often than we are now, but the vomiting had stopped. He was excelling in his therapy. He began to crawl within like 3 months. So he was doing army crawling because he had no upper strength in his torso. So when Dr. Frank started to adjust him, we just couldn't believe it. He was crawling on all fours. He started to sit up at 12 months. Like, when I tell you, this kid was not even, was just like slime. Like, he couldn't even sit up. And then all of a sudden, he was sitting up. 12 months. We were able to feed him food, regular food. It was just like a complete 360 in 2 months. We couldn't get over it. We were in such, we feel like Dr. Frank was an angel to us for helping us out the way he has. And he excelled in everything. He's walking, running. He's now 3.5 years old. And
he's running around the office.
He's running around the office right now. We did, because we had some scheduling issues, we stopped coming for about 3 months, and his vomiting started again. Now we came back to see Dr. Frank. The last 2 months, the vomiting has stopped. So that tells me all we need to know. Like, my son, Dr. Frank, has helped my son. He's going to be helping my daughter as well. He's amazing. For anybody out there that is going through some issues, same issues that I have gone through, with absolute no answers, I'm confident to let you know that Dr. Frank will help you out. I know so. I lived through it. I'm still here, and I will continue to be coming here for as long as Dr. Frank is in practice. So thank you so much for everything.
You're welcome, and my pleasure. I'm speechless. There's really not more to say. One thing I will just add is just she doesn't live right around the corner, by the way.
No.
So this is a committed mom, right? You drive in how long?
I drive in 45 minutes.
Okay, and with traffic sometimes.
Sometimes more than that, yeah.
So that's commitment, and it paid off, and it's my pleasure, and I'm thrilled to hear the results that we're talking about. Share this video with someone who might be in need of this. They need to hear this. You heard her story. I don't know. There's nothing more to say about that. That this is a mom speaking from her heart, telling you about what happened.
Yes, and it's absolutely 100% true. Everything is 100% true. He's been.
Look.
This is my son. If I could show you video before and after,
That's you.
there's not much I could say, but he has helped our family through a really hard time, and I can't thank him enough. It's 100% true.
Thank you so much.
No
Thank you
problem.
for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Hopefully this helps. Again, share this, like this, love this. And today's New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year to everybody. I hope this helps in some way. Go out and be your best self. Dr. Frank DeLolo, look for us again.